What is that one equipment, the first equipment you need as someone who is interested in learning how to sew, someone who is aspiring to become a fashion designer, to gain the knowledge of sewing, or who is planning to enroll in a fashion school but do not have any knowledge of sewing? What is that one thing that you need in order to make your journey easier? It's very simple. You need a sewing machine, be it a vintage machine, be it an industrial machine, whichever one you can afford at the moment. You just simply need a sewing machine. I see a lot of persons going to learn. I know sewing machine is expensive now, but if you can afford it, just make sure you have one in your house before going out to learn how to sew. Now, trust me, knowledge is everywhere, right? Knowledge is free everywhere. But the problem most of us have is that we do not know how to organize our learning process. If you know how to organize your learning process, your learning journey, you have solved 50% of your problem. So even if you go to someone, you've made it easier for yourself and for the person who is teaching you, and you've opened up a way for you to acquire as much knowledge as possible instead of just sitting on one particular thing for a very long time. And when you get a sewing machine, you will have the motivation to sit on the sewing machine and learn to pedal it by yourself. YouTube tutorials are there free of charge. You can go there and learn how to pedal the machine, learn how to join one or two pieces together, learn how to do some things together. At least you let your hand be strong on the sewing machine. But I know that you will not be able to learn everything at once or by yourself, how to fix um, pieces of fabrics together. But then when your hand is strong on the sewing machine, you have solved some problems that you're going to be facing in the future as you begin to learn from someone. Okay, once you have a sewing machine in your house, you're going to have the motivation, you're going to have the learning mindset, you're going to be able to want to do something at every point in time. And before you know it, as you now go over to someone to learn, you'll be able to practice as much as possible. One thing is to learn, another thing is to practice. If you learn and you do not practice on your own, not just when your teacher is there, on your own, you're going to have issues. So after learning at your place of work, you get home, you need your sewing machine to rehearse everything that you were taught, to practice everything that you were taught, and even more as you source online and get more knowledge, you'll be able to put them together. And by so doing, you'll be learning and growing at a faster rate. So don't think the sewing machine should come after going to learn how to sew. Sewing machine comes before going to learn how to sew. And of course, the sewing machine should come with some other smaller equipment like your measuring tape, your scissors, your needles, and all of that. All of those should come as a package with the sewing machine. Everything that is associated with sewing, you need them. I hope this video is interesting to you. You find it interesting and valuable. I'll see you again in the next video to tell you more things that you need to know before going to learn somewhere. My name is Justice. See you.